Hello, it's your boy Lamakan here live once again. Welcome to another video, guys. This video is a little bit of a weird one. I'm not too sure how to go about it. It might sound a little bit weird, but I had a bit of a discovery, a revelation, I suppose you want to call it. I know this is sort of weird out of my context, context of my video content, really. But I'm deciding to just record my thoughts when they come and hit me. And obviously I won't be thinking about this in the next 10 minutes or something, but honestly, it's on my mind right now, and I just want to talk about it. It might sound weird right now, because I want to talk about kids and babies. I know, it's kind of weird, but the reason I'm talking about this is because I went to visit my family, my cousin, yesterday. They had a COVID baby, just like many other human beings around this planet had a COVID baby. At this point in time, I believe their kid is, it's been like 2 or 3 years now, so I'm guessing like 25-ish months. And I guess a lot of people are counting in the months when you have a kid at such a young age, because it's probably a milestone every single month as a kid is growing really fast, which I find fascinating. You know, it's incredible to see a little simpleton of a human being growing up, I suppose. But yeah, I haven't seen them in a while, so I was just really shocked to see how big their baby got since the last time I saw them. However, I don't want to talk about my family. I want to talk about babies and just kids in general. And I know I want to apologize for this to come off weird. It's not part of my contact, but it just kind of hit me. So yesterday I went to see my family, my cousin. I mean, we're at a park, as many other human beings are across the continent, the province yesterday, because it was a long weekend in Canada and it was so beautiful yesterday. I cannot disagree on that. Not only that, we had like the Osheaga festivals happening. We also had the Vel festival, as well as the Caribana festivals, as well as other, you know, low-key events as well, and other people were having a lot of barbecues everywhere. So it was really nice to see and just enjoy and embrace the human activity and happiness going all around. But I was just there with my cousin and their friends, just watching their kids, and I kind of just drifted off for a moment to sit at a random bench nearby. I was just sitting there and I was staring at the kids. I was just not staring, I was just looking around, just admiring the kids and all that, because there's kids all around. They're all at the playground, at the water parks, or whatever you want to call it, and you know, they're babies to, like, I don't know, I want to guess 7 to 8 year olds, assuming so, but they're all just having fun around the playgrounds. And I'm just there like, dang man, there's a point in time in our lives that we were just like them, and how simple life was back then. Like, I get it now. I kind of get it. Before, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, my negative view of babies, like, nah, babies are gross, disgusting. Why would you want to have them? Why? They're financially not a great idea. Why would you want to do this to your life? The worst thing could ever happen to you. But now I sort of get it. Despite what people's intentions are initially, I just watching them, looking at them, I kind of get it now, maybe on the surface level. But there are essentially physical and visual condiments of joy and happiness. Watching them kind of makes you feel happy. I'm not sure that's what baby fever is. I have no idea. I hear a lot of females talk about that. I honestly do not get it. Like, okay, cool. But I'm not even sure that's the same thing I'm talking about right now. But I kind of get it. Just seeing a little tiny human being happy of the simple things makes you kind of feel happy yourself. It could be the dumbest things ever. It could be a little child playing in the sandbox with a fish mold, and it's just trying to make a fish mold in the sand. It's simple activities like that. I'm like, man, why the hell do we find this entertaining? I don't understand. Like, I think it tickles part of our minds when we were younger. Like, for the guys, you know, when we go to the beach, for some of us, our first thought is to dig a hole. Why? I don't know. But we just love digging a hole to see how big of a hole we could dig up in the beach. And essentially, we could create like a little trench, a hot tub we could just lay in, or like a hole to catch crab. I don't know. The intention is to make a hole, but the reason of why comes afterwards. We just have a tickle in our brain just to dig a random hole. I don't know, maybe I'm the only guy out there. I know I'm not the only guy out there, but I've seen videos of guys doing it, and I tend to do that myself. That's just one example, and I feel like that little innocence can be backtracked to when we were kids. And watching those kids at that playground was just so fascinating. Like, it's crazy how time does tend to fly fast. When we were those ages, like just before 7 years old or 5 years old, we don't really remember a single thing. Like, we saw pictures of ourselves, We remember the feelings we had back then, but we don't essentially remember like a memory. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm the only one here, but I was just watching and like, wait a minute, I actually don't remember having fun with random kids and strangers in the playgrounds, even though you hear stories from your mom and dad telling you all that. And I didn't develop a consciousness until I turned 7 years old. And that's when I started like, whoa, this world kind of sucks. But before then, you were just on autopilot. I'm not so sure. It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe. And it's an event of human life that tends to happen. So I get it. I get why people will like to have a little human of themselves in this world. Kind of. I personally won't, because this world is kind of meh. But I get the sentiment. I get why they want to have something like that in this world. And I'm just thinking, reflecting on my life, like, dang, every single moment, every single time, that'll be your last time. That kid riding the merry-go-round, that kid on the little, horsey thing, I don't even want to call it, or just going down the slides and all that. That'll be their first and last time before they have to grow up. And it's nice seeing all the parents and their older siblings kind of like watching over everyone. Wow, it was really a simple time back then. And all it took was just being barefooted on the playground, running around. It really reflected on me back in my day when we used to play house. They were playing house on the playground. They were playing in the sandbox, digging things, making sandcastles. They were sliding down the slides, going to the merry-go-rounds. Not only that, for whatever reason, we find pain pleasurable. Like, I swear to God, I don't think I ever was in this situation, but there was this kid climbing on top of a merry-go-round, swirly thingy, and these kids were like, obviously turning the whole mechanism. But while they were turning it, they would hit this kid's bottom every time he turns. And I'm like, and the kid is just saying, ow, ow, when you look at it, it's like, this is literally the definition of bullying, but they're having fun, I guess? Oh my gosh, I guess back then we were hitting each other. It's pain, fun, and sometimes that kind of still sticks with us till to this day when we hurt someone by chance, or in that physical comedy, I suppose. Pain equals comedy. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that drama stuff. But it just dawned on me like, wow, the different kinds of fun we had back then, just literally running around, chasing each other, punching each other, and making all these random ass rules, playing red light, green light, or even on the river, on the bank type of games, or even tag, what's it called, or freeze tag, house, even hide and go seek. Like, man, we really had it good, man. I don't know what stopped us. Like, we really, every single day as a kid, we will find something fun to do every single day. And now as an adult, you have to find ways to make money every single day. And I just find that really sad. I don't know. I find that really sad. And here we are, 2023, growing up as we normally do. I still want to protect my innocence, protect that childlike behaviors, because surviving 40 plus years of this life, man, I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't think I could personally do it. So I'm trying to hold on to my childlike innocence of life and motivation and curiosity, and I want to hold on to those features. I don't want to become stale and rigid and boring. Like, this is not the way. This is not the way. We have to be flexible in life. Changes, and I hope every employer, every employee could adjust to everyone's different behaviors, as well as give them people a chance. Everyone can learn stuff, man. Everyone can learn things. Every single thing we have made on this planet is made by human beings. Therefore, it is very learnable. Yet you have these employees, these adults who think like, sorry, this person doesn't have the skill. Sorry, this person doesn't have the skill. But bruh, how do you expect the person to have the skill if he ain't willing to pass down the skills since you're getting old? Like, these boomers are getting old, man. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you're hitting the 60s plus, my brother. Pass down your skill sets, your knowledge of what you have of the company to the younger generation. Like, it's time to let go. We are actually experiencing this era of millennials taking over the jobs, as well as the Gen Zs, and then the Gen X's, and whoever else is back there, like, kids are getting more faster and stronger, and we can learn the technology a lot faster nowadays. I don't know. It's very practical. It's a lot more fluidity. Obviously, it's nice to have the knowledge, the base knowledge of everything, but everything is still learnable with patience and time. Everything is still easy to learn. It's invented by human beings. Nothing is really complicated. But sorry, I'm rambling. I'm just saying I miss my childlike essence, and I still want to protect it as much as I can before I kill myself or whatever, you know. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't know what the point of this video was, but I just want to, I guess, remember this memory of like, wow, watching these kids makes you feel kind of happy and makes you contemplate life of what a time you had back then and what journeys and paths you had taken. And it's a wild time to do activities now and then. But here we are, adulting. Woo! Let's go, Gen Z. Let's go. Anyways, guys, have a good night. I don't know why I keep rambling at night. I guess that's where my sad boy hours come in. Anyways, guys, have a good night. Cheers.